Hey everybody, Patrick here from Purposeful Armament. Welcome back to PA Concepts and probably, depending on how this goes, Purposeful Armament's main channel. I want to give one quick disclaimer. There's a lot of wind. It's very windy out here, so if we get interrupted by wind noise, I apologize. It just is what it is. I wanted to give you guys a quick further update on the Alt-TG. As of now, we have entered at PA into internal testing of the Alt-TG. Now, Jacob and I have been using the Alt-TG every day for almost 2 years. Whether that be from the very first prototype that Jacob developed that you saw in our last update, or the more professional prototypes that you've seen maybe on our Instagram or on our website, we have been using the Alt-TG day in and day out. However, with it going into manufacturing, we wanted to make sure that there was no surprises that pop up down the road. So for the next 3 or so months, we are going to be doing very rigorous internal testing of the Alt-TG. Not so much of the design itself, like where things are at, but more of the materials and how it actually functions in the wild. With that being said, we now feel comfortable to open pre-orders for the Alt-TG over on our website, purposefularmament.com/nylon. Now, I just want to say, if you're interested in pre-ordering the Alt-TG, we very much appreciate your support. We very much appreciate you. We are going to throw in some goodies that will hopefully incentivize pre-order, but let me go a little bit deeper in what it is that we're trying to do. Throughout a lot of this journey, I've been told to do pre-orders. I've been very, very against it. I'm a gamer. I've been a gamer for a long time. I've been burned on pre-orders before. I just don't like pre-orders. With that being said, since we're so close to actually launching our product, we don't necessarily just want to gauge people's interest, but we want you guys to be able to get it as soon as physically possible. So if you decide to pre-order, first benefit you're going to get is we're going to be a little under MSRP for you. We're still working with the manufacturer to figure out pricing. It is very complex, especially with the way that the US is changing in terms of getting raw materials, we'll just say. But we're still working on pricing. And we've been very diligently working on pricing because we don't want to sell you guys something that's super expensive that's going to prohibit people from being able to buy it. That's first and foremost. With that being said, though, we're thinking MSRP is going to probably be around $120. Well, with that, you're going to get a very durable bag that has undergone years of testing that is made right here in the United States. And unfortunate as it might be, it's just a little bit more expensive to do business in the United States than it is getting the product from elsewhere. With that being said, we're thinking that for pre-orders, we're going to have the price be around $90 to $100. So you'll be saving about $20 to $30 off of MSRP if you choose to pre-order. We're also going to include potentially hats and t-shirts. We'll see what, probably hats. Those are a little bit easier to facilitate because it's kind of one size fits all. And we'll also be including other PA items like radio button guards and the battery cell cartridge. All of that will hopefully give you guys a little bit of all of that will hopefully express our gratitude to you and how much we really appreciate you pre-ordering. Now, don't feel obligated to pre-order either. I very, very much hate companies that sell a pre-order of a product and then as soon as that product goes live, it's sold out within like an hour or two. I'm looking at you, Flux, all right? Not that I want a Flux Raider or any of that, but I don't like whenever companies do that. I don't want to build a bunch of hype for our product and then go out there and sell a bunch of pre-orders, and then anyone who wasn't able to pre-order is now left out to dry. Maybe sometimes those companies have a bit of overstock and they sell some of that off, but typically it's gone relatively quick. We want to make sure, because in my personal opinion, I get very upset whenever I want to go buy something or need to go buy something and it's not available. So we're going to do our absolute best to make sure that our product stays in stock regardless of if you pre-order or not. So if you choose to pre-order, great. We appreciate it. We love your support. We're going to give you extra stuff. But if you don't, the product will still be available for you to purchase. With that being said, our manufacturer is great. I'm not sure if they're comfortable being mentioned publicly yet, but we'll work on it. They are great. They are able to very rapidly turn around our design and get it pumped out the door. So just in case we hit a huge influx, we should be able to cover that relatively quickly. I know $120 is still relatively expensive for a lot of people, myself included. Running a business is not cheap. Doing the stuff that we're doing is not cheap. Just because the MSRP is $120 doesn't mean that the item isn't going to go on sale. We're still working on how we want to sort of market and sell our product, but rest assured we're going to have tons of sales throughout the year. So if you can't afford that $120 price tag, rest assured you'll be able to find it at a much cheaper price. We'll obviously have the big sales like, Black Friday and Christmas and Easter and those kind of things, but we'll also have a lot of smaller sales, a lot of flash sales, a lot of sales for our newsletter subscribers. So if you're not subscribed to that, please subscribe to that. That will get you exclusive discounts so long as you're attached to that newsletter. And we're just very excited to get this out to you guys. So of course, like I said, all of this is subject to change. But again, if you're pre-ordering, we will stay in touch with you to make sure that you know where your product is at, how much longer you need to wait, all of that kind of fun stuff. Right now, we're considering about 3 months from mid-April-ish. So what? July, probably August is going to be whenever we go and release the actual product. So that basically, as soon as we get the product in from the manufacturer, we are going to bag it and then we are going to distribute it. So if you do choose to pre-order, don't hold me to it. It might be a little after August. It might be a little bit before August. But rest assured, sometime around August, you should be getting your order. So thank you guys so much for your support. We really appreciate it. Stay in the pipeline. Make sure that you are able to stay up to date with all of the kind of cool stuff that we're doing here at PA. And we look really forward to getting the Alt-TG out into your guys' hands. So, like I said, don't feel obligated to pre-order. Go have fun. Do whatever else you need to do with that money. We don't really mind. And also, you don't have to buy our rig either. You don't got to buy our medical bag. You can go and buy someone else's. Just make sure that you at least have it and know how to use it. So thank you guys so much for watching. We really do truly appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next video. Remember, stay armed.